The nostalgia.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Forgot what the heck those are. I think I didn't even get to the point where I figured out what the heck those are good for. Travel costs. Following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Accommodations $831.29. Meals $714.84. Gasoline $295.12. Minibar $313.61. I do wonder if the motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm paid not to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Riley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Fair enough.
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
His barrier. His resonance fields is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. There's ways to impede escape or access to Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them: destroy multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. Resonance field seems to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of the Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? Does this very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Virtue file redacted for a full report. This area stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart: green, stable; yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts; orange, high likelihood of an unanticipated building shifts; red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Don't you love non-Euclidean geometry? I love non-Euclidean geometry. Dead letters. Machine God. Dead letters. I had a dream and I built the thing and I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or anyone's that knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. They used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans plus the timing bolt from my car engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God cannot move yet. But the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God needs only a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I need to use the dialing plate on God. Good to know. What is the control point? Singing fish. Share recollections. French dead letter approved. Singing fish. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem. You gotta send folks to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fishes on the wall. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button. But it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. It says a lot of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. These letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I recognize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones will allow us insight into how unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will compile a system to allow us to analyze letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. Well, thank you again. I can't wait to dive into the dead letters. P. Bartwell. Book Club. Penny. Bureau Book Club will convene at the usual spot in the corner table at the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Thanks. Ah.
Hey, Meg! What's wrong?
My mom's dead.
Damn.
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened?
I don't know. He blacked it out.
It's like the director says, confidential and children don't start with C.
The director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fat person.
Dad says my mama went missing in action. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
It's a little creepy. Okay. Dead presidents. Being contacted by past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John and Adams keep saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand them. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Ow. Introduction to
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes.
God damn.
Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disc, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air.
Oh,
to
boy.
date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Ooh. How fancy. I love the fascination with which they describe some of the stuff where it's like,
We're on the right track.
oh yes, it's like we launched a couple of pencils and a cup. It's like, can you believe it? Which, I mean, I guess makes sense. You'd kind of expect, or maybe want that level of enthusiasm. Booklet, Samsung. I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space opera goes, this is alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around, almost like a catchphrase, got annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and gun space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, signed me the fuck up. Kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. But certainly sounds all the more properly random.
An object of power. Some hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Alright, let's get that telekinesis, baby. Let's go. Ow. Yeah, get that floppy disk. The floppy disk nuke can be bound to gain launch telekinesis.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
noise is burrowing into our astral plane's secret base. You must stop. Mute them, Director. The floppy disk is now bound. Delivered.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss. Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Gotta look around. Gotta find the goodies. Let's open this. Accuracy mod. I like that. Might put that in. Hiss demolition expert. Bureau only allows highly trained individuals to handle volatile weapon material and weaponry. Demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are only observed hiss variations to wield the specifically built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. The Hiss Ranger. Case files. The floppy disk. To be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling Presentation 11.5 for further information. The object is currently bound to Redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by agents Redacted and Redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to Redacted missiles, believed to be reserved for use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the disk began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped off the Bureau, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Tomasi, the Will AWE outcome. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to Redacted. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted, redacted, and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it looks like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Claim the control point.
This must open the door.
Clearance level 1. Let's go.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers, tales of hauntings, voices, and other
Yay. Open the door. Awesome. Data breach. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track users through their IP addresses. They are following confirmed identities of 3 users: Patrick Strutjens, Rubens Noguera, Arto Kolumaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, and Yako Sarnin. Individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action pending. Yako sounds familiar. Launch energy costs. Down. Seems not bad. Down distinctions. Ooh, yeah, I can't go in there. Not yet, at least. It's the mailman.
They can fly now. Great.
Oh. Health. Down or up? Got him. I still didn't even necessarily beat him. He just make him go away. Hiss elevated. These elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau Para-Utilitarians. So for charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against Hiss elevated due to their talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Hiss elevated have seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely due to the results of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. Are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Virtue file redacted for result. I agree. I think he'll be back too.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mail room.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear.
Ah, yes,
but
Havana
most are
syndrome.
expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item will show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Whoops. The
Hotline
hotline.
can't be far now.
Alright, I'm gonna stop after we get to the hotline, because I gotta go have some dinner. The hotline chamber. I love the bold, like, when you walk into a new area, it's just like, boom! Hit you in the face with it.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic.
Hotline is designated for director use only. Disregard this policy may result in fatal psychic trauma.
Pyramid.
Stand here. Notice Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. The law of three applies.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream. The key has a black pyramid on it.
Two. Three. Hotline Seashell is a transmitter bridge. Directors can call the board long distance. I'll be eating dinner soon, and then probably I'll be. I don't know if I'll be back. We'll see. I might have other stuff going on, so. Nice.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me.
I mean, Darling is
She knows I don't like
Darling is Alan Wake.
people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
He'll always be the MVP because he's Alan. Or well, he's the voice of Alan.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well,
Fantastic.
listen to him.
Alright,
He
I'm gonna
feels more like an An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Same with Trench. Also, Trench being like the number 2 because he is
React
also
strongly when I tell them about you.
he is also Casey.
Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
My save point. I don't even think I had. Yeah. That's true. Alright. I'm gonna stop here, grab some dinner. Maybe I'll be back. If I'm not back, tomorrow is tomorrow I'm gonna do